to make a disclaimer as we get started in this. ASEA's products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease or medical condition. What this technology does is it empowers the body. Well, let me put it this way. I think God gave us this amazing gift, and it's a body which is designed to help heal itself naturally if we give it the right things. And that's what this technology does, is it helps empower our body to do what it's supposed to do, which is to heal. And so as we do this, I want to just share with you. In fact, I've invited a very special guest on the call with us tonight. Julie, are you with us, Julie?
Yep, I'm here.
Fantastic. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us on this call today. Julie has a pretty remarkable testimonial. We're going to get into some more of exactly what this is, but I wanted to just start this off so that you had a really good understanding of how profound this technology really is. And Julie, I'd love it if you could just take a minute and just share your experience. I've got some slides here as well.
Yep, absolutely. So this is me. I am 57 now, and I was 39 then, so obviously it's not about this particular issue, but it was about what this treatment did to my immune system. So I had a lot of abnormal cells cut out of me in every part of my body before this, and the doctor said that my immune system was going to be so compromised afterwards that issue was going to get a lot worse, which really I didn't think was possible, but it absolutely did. And after this, I actually went on to have more major surgery, a lot more abnormal cells cut out of my face, and eventually they just couldn't take anymore. They'd taken one too many out of my forehead, and they couldn't stitch the next one up. They struggled really hard to stitch that, and the stitches broke a few times. So from there, and that was straight after my nose was healing up, as you can see. So straight after that, they went on to do some different types of treatment, like using gels. This particular treatment was one particular product that I had several times, and it only reacts where there are abnormal cells. So it was put all over my face and only reacted where there were still abnormal cells. I actually had this treatment 3 times. And it looked pretty much the same every time, perhaps in different areas, because the cells just kept coming. And then finally, we went on to the last treatment, which is a different cream. And that was also put on my chest at the time as well. And you can see the reactions there. And it was put all over my face, but it, again, only reacted where there were abnormal cells. So at this point, a friend of mine contacted me and introduced me to ASEA, and honestly, I will absolutely be forever, ever grateful for that phone call. It has changed my life without question. Since this, I haven't had an abnormal cell cut out of me, so I've had no more operations, which is pretty big for me considering the amount that I had previously. I started using the gel first, and then it was so amazing that I moved on to taking the supplement and have had incredible health challenges certainly improve. So this was my life before ASEA, which was pretty massive. Systemic infection at 16, where I had my appendix rupture, and they took one ovary and tube out at 16, one fallopian tube and one ovary. Because they were just rotten. I was in hospital for a long time on antibiotic drip. I very nearly didn't survive, which is why I think a lot of these other issues came along over time after being on antibiotics for so long and at such a young age. So many operations after that, they didn't stop coming either. Between the age of 16 and 25, there was lots of them. Complete hysterectomy at 25, abnormal cells in the breast that had already spread to my lymph nodes when I found it, so hence all the treatment. Glandular issues, immune challenges, muscle and joint discomfort, sleep challenges, fatigue and autoimmune problems, high LDL cholesterol in my around 30, so it was either high 20s or early 30s, which is very young, and also high sugar levels at the same time, abnormal liver enzymes I'd had for years that nobody could figure out why, chronic back discomfort, lots of respiratory challenges, and thinning bones. You can imagine the thinning bones given a complete hysterectomy at 25 and no ovaries and hormone replacement therapy, and it really does wreak havoc on your body. So the beauty of taking ASEA long term, guys, this is just, you know, I can't say this too many times. You know, a lot of people don't understand. They think if nothing happens straight up, then it's not working. And literally that is just not the case. My thinning bones have been going on for years, and my doctor has wanted to put me on drugs for that for a long time, and I've always resisted. But in the last couple of years, my bones were getting quite thin, and I've had several times I've had broken bones in my feet. The little bones in my feet just used to break because I wore certain shoes, and then I'd be in moon boots for weeks on end. The year before last, the bone density had actually not dropped, so it had slowed down. And this is after being on ASEA from 2015. And then at the end of last year, you can see the results in the middle of this slide. In that year, from 2017 to the end of 2018, I've actually had an increase in my bone density. And I can put that down to nothing else other than taking ASEA long term. I have 100% believe that that is the only reason this could possibly happen, because I didn't change anything else. I've had a 1.3% increase in my hip and a 1.8% increase in my spine, which truly is pretty massive, I believe. So, you know, if you're wondering if you should give this product a go, honestly, you've got nothing to lose, have they, Bart?
No, you're a walking miracle. It's you were a mess.
Yep.
So, how is quality of life now compared to what it used to be?
To be honest, I actually told somebody today, I truly feel 20 years younger than I did 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was wondering, I didn't have grandkids then, and I've just had one who's 5 months old. So back then I was starting to think, oh my God, how am I going to sit down on the ground and play with a grandchild? Because I couldn't. My joints were bad. My wrists hurt when I leant on them. My fingers hurt when I closed them. My knees hurt when I bent, and I couldn't get up and down off the ground. And, you know, all of those things. And I was really starting to feel old and really, really wondering how the heck I was going to get on in old age. And now I don't think like that at all. I actually feel younger. My blood tests say I'm younger. So my inflammatory markers are normal. My cholesterol has come down by heaps. My thyroid has returned to normal. Honestly, I'm just getting younger, which is great.
That's fantastic. And these are the kind of stories that we hear over and over. I know you've helped so many people. In fact, when you had these kind of results, you couldn't keep it to yourself either.
No, that's exactly right. I didn't, like a lot of people, I actually didn't look at ASEA in the first place as a business opportunity. That wasn't what my story was about at all. But literally after I'd been taking it for a while and I'd seen the results, people started asking me. It wasn't actually me telling them at first. At first it was people going, so what are you doing? Like, you know, you haven't been sick for a while, you look great. And, you know, then I would tell them and they would say, well, where can I get that from? So that's basically how I started to share the product. And literally I just haven't stopped since. And now I have to tell everybody about it, because I think it's really one of those things that I think everybody I meet and everybody I know should know this is available.
Yeah. And just like you said, you tell people about it regardless of whether ASEA paid you for that word of mouth advertising or not.
Oh, absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
because you've been traveling the world, you've been able to do things and go places that you weren't able to do before, and even retired from your real estate practice to just spread the word of ASEA to the globe, really.
Yeah, absolutely. It has not only changed my health, it's certainly changed my wealth as well, quite dramatically, just for doing something I absolutely love and sharing a product that is the best product in the world. So, I mean, what better job is that? You know, there's no better job.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for jumping on and sharing your incredible story with us, Julie.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.